Right. Hello. It has been forever since I have live streamed. Let me just check I am live streaming. I am live. Woo! Right. I I have finally figured out how to make audio work, and I'm so excited about it. Like, it has taken so long that I've finally figured out how to do it. And so I'm dead excited. You will be able to hear audio on the live stream now and not just me talking to hopefully make it slightly less awkward every time I go live. Um, but hey, I can't promise anything. So yeah, let me just set up properly and then I can continue what I was doing. Now, I'm gonna aim to I'm gonna aim to try and finish watching through Untameable, but I forgot where I was last time when I started this stream, and I checked. I only did these 4 episodes last time, and I started this, but I didn't get very far. So we have episodes 19 through to 31 to finish, which that's like 12 episodes. So, either I'm gonna be here for a while, or I'm gonna split this into 3 parts. Either way, I'm gonna shut up and get started on this. I'm just gonna watch it from the beginning. Um, and I know that's where we got last time, but watch it from the beginning so I can commentate the heck out of Untameable and tell you the thought processes, specific links that I made that might not have made sense. And yeah, anything like that, and random extra trivia. So, let's do this. Let me turn that down. What happened in the previous episode? Oh yeah, right. My brain can't remember, honestly. Are you sure you don't need gratitude? I forgot what I haven't said, to be fair. So, sorry if sorry if I repeat anything about any characters from previous streams. There isn't a lot to explain here. It's quite self-explanatory, to be fair. Hold on. Am I... Give me a second. Am I streaming off the right thing? Is this now going to play audio? I wasn't sure if it was playing audio before or not. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm just trying to check if it is actually playing audio. It's hard to tell. It is! Yippee! Wait, can you hear me? Wait, hold on. Yeah, you can. Okay, thank you, live stream. Sorry about that. I completely missed what I just said, what was happening. Oh yeah, can we go out for food? Yes, you can go out for food. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Go out for food. Be difficult. Yeah, it probably would be about it, to be fair. Oof, right. Cool. You look after him. There's really nothing to commentate on this scene, to be fair. There's just... It happens, that's it. That's kind of it, to be fair. I'll still watch it, though. Oh, Ariana's happiness. Okay, fun fact, I was actually considering giving Axel a haircut. I genuinely am not kidding. I actually was considering at a point giving him a haircut for some reason. Hence why I was thinking, I should probably get a haircut because I was actually gonna give him a haircut and then I changed my mind. I I'm trying to remember why I changed my mind. I don't know. I changed my mind nonetheless, but he was actually gonna get a haircut, but he didn't. Oh well. Back to this. Also, originally this episode was gonna be in two parts, but I decided to shove it all together. So anything before the dinner, so up until like this point, would have been a whole part, and then everything, and then the dinner itself would have been its own episode. But I ended up just keeping it together, and hence why it's 18 minutes long. It's a cute and playful banter between you two. Why would you stop? It's not really banter, but it's kind of is. This scene is cute. Oh, the audio. Okay, I don't think I explicitly say. I'm still going to explain it because this is the whole point of me doing this live. If you don't like it, watch it on your own. But um, he wants to dress up fancy to make a good first impression. Well, not really first impression. They've already met him, but like kind of like a better impression of himself to Axel's parents. So he's there like, I'll dress formal and like nice and stuff. And Axel's like, this isn't like kind of dinner. He's literally a pencil. He's blushing! I just noticed. Bro. How dare I just notice? It's my own creation. That's self-explanatory. I'm not explaining the past diet. Um... You look great. No, I forgot how cute this moment is, honestly. I remember my friend being annoyed on how much of a slow burn this was. Like, she was like annoyed. She was like, make the 31st episode. I'm like, okay, fine. And she's like, why is it taking it this long? I'm like, I don't know. It just has, okay? It just happens. The cuties! The cuties! You gonna change? Aww. He's trying, bless him, he's trying. Aww. Yes, dress nice. Dress formal like. Sir. Can officially confirm I have never looked at the colours green and red the same way again since making Untameable. It's always just gonna be stuck in my head. Really purple. Aww. Also, intentionally made them wear each other's colours. That was 100% intentional. Plus, Axel's suit's red anyway, so. I don't know whether Rain suit's green, but Axel definitely suits red. Yeah, ship. We probably should get going, yeah. This is. I can't remember who this is. It's a random dude. I can't remember who he is. Just an OC I had that I've not really used in anything, so. Background character material. I mean, it's already explained in later into the series, this whole dinner situation with her being tense and everything, and Axel's reaction and all of that. So I can't comment on that, which sucks because I really would comment, but I can't. I don't know if I've explained it though. I explained it to my best friend, but I don't think I properly explained it fully. Probably not. I might have. Nah, they just wanted to look nice. Bro added the random form. Why? Started way too high on that. Oh well. It does sound fun. I just adore you. What makes you think I'm so special? Yeah, you're zoned out, dude. Pay attention. No. Oh my gosh. No. That's insane. For the first half, which you could argue is season one, I don't know, debating. The first half, episodes 1 through to 14, it took me till episode 5 to figure out a plot line, aka Wolfie. I just realized this is technically the 5th episode. You start on, like, episode 15, and then I watched through to 15 through to 18, which was 4 episodes. And then this is the 5th episode of the second half, and this is when I figured out the plot line. Bro, I'm seeing a theme. It takes me to the 5th episode to figure out the plot line. Yeah, how do you explain that job? Some tamers have bad reputations. Just saying. So, some, like, yeah. Some tamers have bad reputations, hence why he's a bit like, why the frick did you tell them? And then she's like, no, that's chill. So that immediately changed the vibe of the situation. And it's never brought up since. That is a good question. How do you two know each other? If you knew, you wouldn't be asking, Erica. Father, now is not the time to be drilling. Oh my life. If you hear drilling sounds, I apologize. That's drilling. Well, that didn't go well. Hmm. Yeah, you probably should have. You probably should have, but that didn't happen. Basically, he doesn't trust Erica. That's why he was like looking at her and then went, nah. That's what that was. This scene does not need explaining. Damn. Louise, she needs a hug, honestly. There's like nothing to say on this scene. Because it's already explained. It already gets explained. No, it's been ages since I've watched this episode, so I've like forgotten. Not everything, obviously, but like kind of everything. Oh my gosh, Dad! Why do I have to be on top of the garage? What are you doing? Honestly. Anyway. Well, yeah, of course she knew she'd be. Oh my gosh, Dad, what the heck? He's doing so fun. Aww. It is important, actually. It is extremely important. It's the plot line for this half of the series, so it is important. He proceeds to tell the situation, basically. At the time, this made no sense, and it's only recently been explained. Yippee! Ugh! Good way of sunlight. You're blocking my view. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Mel. It was a big whoops. There's a lot of information dropped. Agreed, agreed, agreed. Give them both time. Agreed. But also validly annoyed. They didn't even have dinner. They didn't even have dinner. They just sat down and talked for a minute waiting for the food, and the food's just never come. For 40 minutes! Oh my life. Rain chill. Oh my gosh. Getting protective over Axel already, dude. Chill. Seriously. I am also sure he is fine. He just needs time. So chill. Rain. Chill. Yeah. He's been crying. He's like, I'm not sure about that. Damn. And all of this happens in one day, to think. All of this happens in one day. Honestly. I hope you see each other again. AKA you see each other again. Anyway. Aww. Rain's like, I ain't believing for a minute that you're fine. You are not okay. Sweet dreams. Oh my gosh! I love this one. I thoroughly enjoyed making this because I thought I needed more wholesome moments between these two before I shove a whole plot line on them. So this episode existed. Uh, One of my favorite episodes to make, just because it was so freaking adorable. I'm not gonna lie. This takes, by the way, this takes place on the night after the dinner party. So they come back from the dinner and they go to bed, and this is when this happens, basically. If it wasn't clear. Oh right, never mind, it is clear. That's terrible. Something clearly made him stressed. You think? You think, Rain? Also, went on to a playlist. I went onto YouTube to find some like meditation-y music for sleep and decided to assign that to this episode. And I found this audio and I thought it works. Anyway. You care because you like him, you just don't realize it, you oblivious wolf. You are not okay, and you're oblivious. Let's move on. Yep. A lot, actually, in the past couple hours. Looking around, spots a blanket, because there's just casually a blanket on the side. His personality is such a fun personality to work with in so many different situations. And in this situation, it was so much fun to do. It was so much fun to imagine him being the way he is, but then also trying to care at the same time, but refusing to admit that he cares is. It's such a fun character to use and work with. Starts crying because he's having a nightmare of the past, which you are all pretty much aware of by this point, so. You be an emotional support person. That's what you do. Oh. When my friend watched this for the first time, she was like, she's like screaming at Axel to stop strangling Rain. And then I realized, oh my gosh, yeah, he is technically strangling him. For clarification, that was not how that was supposed to look. It's just because of the arm thing and all that stuff. He was supposed to just be grabbing the clothes, but that ended up being what it looked like. My best friend's like, don't strangle him. Oh well. You're stuck there now. Good luck, Rain. For like the whole night. ever get an explanation? Oh yeah, he does. I was gonna say, does Rain ever get an explanation and then remembered, oh yeah, that's how we learn the truth. It's through the parents. He gets it through the parents. It really just occurred to me. Anyway, the cute unwholesomeness of that episode, like, aww. Just another slow start to the day is next. And obviously, straight after the events of the previous episode. Axel genuinely has no idea what happened during the night, so he's like hella confused on why on why Rain's on the floor. Clearly, I explain things when it already gets explained. I swear, honestly. Save Axel, baby. He's so confused. Oh, whoops. Dropped something. Genuinely has no clue. That's supposed to be bread. It's not a potato. It's supposed to be toast. Anyway. One of my friends asked why is it a potato. I'm like, it's not supposed to be a potato. They don't have toast as a prop. He's being too nice. Not Axel being on edge because Rain's actually being nice. Bro. I forgot to remove the toast! There's just a random potato on this thing. It disappears at some point, I think. Just stares at Axel. Waiting. Rain being the stubborn man he is. Oh, the potato's gone! Wait, when did the potato disappear? Oh, just. I was like, when did the potato disappear? Cute, though. Hey, Owen! Felix is secretly not Felix. This is supposed to be Felix, but like this character is secretly not Felix. It's a dude called Carter, who is quite important in a completely different series, and this person is also important for a completely different thing you have not seen, whose name is Harina. Anyway. She showed up a lot in background characters, to be fair, in Untameable so far. She's quite a common one. But yeah. What happens this episode? I can't remember. Not this episode, this day. Not a lot, actually. This is goodbye, right? This isn't goodbye. Not this is goodbye. Either way, it still works with what Owen follows it on with, so. Bum, bum, bum. It's so hard not to be emotional about this stuff. Oh, Owen, you sensitive man. Hello, Axel. Is this the day we meet? No, it's not. It's the next episode. Because is this the day we meet Josh? No. No, it is the day we meet Josh, but it's not the episode we meet Josh. He has been crying. Let me catch you up on this, Owen. Just some news, you know? Just some. Owen's like, I was not expecting that. Owen's like, what? Honestly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A serious note. Take today easy, alright? You look quite tired. Yeah, he didn't sleep well. Or he did. Combination of the both, to be fair. Yes, do not stress. Okay. That's like most of the time. Hey, hero! It's just hello again. Hi! Missed you. Aww. Just the oh, hero. I'm so hungry. It's been some time. It has. It's going good. It's been ages, to be fair, since I've been live, but it is going well. Started the new series, which time-wise is going to get very confusing quite quickly, so I'll probably just keep explaining it. But it's going well. Started college, so I'm probably gonna end up posting less because life's gonna get chaotic again. But hey, that's me. What about you? How are you doing? Aw. These two are such a cutie! Not gonna lie, as much as I love Axel and Rain for what they are, this two is secretly my favorite ship. It just is, okay? It just is my favorite. Axel and Rain is such a fun ship. They are very close second. But Hero and Owen is my favorite. It's cool. I'm currently on vacation, but I have to return to work. Yeah, on Monday. Damn, I've already started though. You've got a longer vacation than me. Oh well. But yeah, the truth is out. My favorite ship, and then my second favorite ship. But it's a very, very close second because it's also a really good ship. And it's the main ship. But if I had to choose, um, anyway, unexpected, but it makes sense. Good to know. Oh my god, we get the door. Had just a week vacation. Oh, so I think yours is longer. Yeah, it probably is. I had 6 weeks between. In fact, it was more than that because I ended school in June, halfway through June. So more than 6 weeks. But hey, I was like, all right, fine, I'll go find Rain. Rain. I'm not leaving until I know what's bothering him. Rain, it's been like less than 24 hours since it happened. Lucky, I wish I had that much vacation. Yeah, yeah. It just, that's what those summer holidays is. Oh my god, wait, yeah! I forgot about Raven. I actually forgot about Raven. Nah. How many episodes will there be for Owen? Um, 5 to 6. 5 to 6 episodes, depending on if I split. No, because I've done the first one. Do the second. 4 or 5 episodes, depending on how I split it. It was gonna be one massive video. It was gonna be just one video. I mean, what the frick? With 30 minutes a lot, yeah, around 20 to 30 minutes each, roughly, each episode, and then about 4, 5, or 6 episodes. Because I have a specific plotline in mind, and I know what I'm gonna do. It's just um splitting it to manageable chunks. That's the thing. um, so that's the plan for his hope, which shouldn't take too long. Um, yeah, depends on how I'm gonna split it. To be fair, depends on how many episodes. But originally it was gonna be one, and then I thought, nah, I'll split it in half. And then I thought, nah, even half is too big, so I'm gonna split the first half in half. And it just keeps getting split up. So who knows? Anyway, hi Raven. I kind of forgot you exist. Um, how are you doing? Shut up. Um, yeah, I mean, you got college ahead of you, so there isn't much time for it. Yeah, you'd say that, but I've got a lot of free periods, so if needs to be, I can work around stuff, but obviously I'll prioritize school. I will be prioritizing school. I don't like Raven. Well, to be fair, she's quite ambiguous on whether she's good or bad, so I'm not surprised you don't really like her. I personally am completely neutral with regards to her and keep forgetting that she exists. So, despite her being such a crucial part of the plotline, I completely forget she exists. Anyway, but yeah, I'll be prioritizing school and then his hope comes second. So, school comes first, YouTube comes second. But I'll try to post, it just won't be that frequent. And lives might also be less frequent as well. You get a Discord server for your channel. Oh, you got a Discord. I was like, a disorder server? Excuse me? I have a Discord for my TikTok, I think. Or at least I have a Discord. I can't remember if it's the server's specifically TikTok or if it's also YouTube. Um, it's fine. Autocorrect does that all the time. It's one of my least favorite things about gacha is the flipping autocorrect that can happen sometimes because you're minding your business writing a sentence or something and it for some stupid reason decides to autocorrect it and it's like no, it did not need correct. Oh, there we go. It didn't need correcting. That is what they're supposed to say, particularly if characters stutter or like pronounce things weirdly, so you like write the accent down and stuff like that. It happens all the time and it drives me insane. Anyway, I have this server, which yeah, I can use this for my YouTube actually. It's the last thing that was said was the 21st of November 2024. This is a very inactive server, but it was linked to my TikTok account, so that'll be why. It's a very non-active account. But yeah, I might link it in my description, in the channel description later, but not now because the main focus of this is to watch this. Anyway, on with the show. I'll join it when you do. Yeah, cool. Oh well. Ugh. I'm trying to remember why I added her. She just kind of got randomly added. Because I don't think I added her for the purpose she ends up playing. I think I added her for something else, but I don't know. She might have been added for the purpose she plays, but oh well. Plot assistant? Maybe, maybe. Like, because in the end, she helps, what was it? She helps Josh get Axel by. It's a bit ambiguous on how she actually helps. The plan was that they'd basically try to separate Axel and Rain or get them distant from each other, hence why it takes a while. I'm trying to remember what actually is the time skip between this episode and the point where Axel actually gets kidnapped, and it's like a good couple weeks. I know that. She helped put Axel. Yeah, I guess. But like she helped in the way of distracting Rain kind of way because Josh was aware that Rain would probably be an issue and overhearing the thing of she likes Rain, which is established, and obviously Rain rejects her. She's like, it should be me, not Axel or whatever. And then Josh overhears that, which we'll watch later, and is like, okay, I can use this. And so uses that. So these two end up staying friends after that point, but she kind of like tries to persuade Rain that Axel's not actually a good person or is gonna leave him and stuff like that. Whereas Josh is trying to keep Axel out of the home. Like he's trying to keep him busy and keep him like just anything to keep him out of his home. So like they kind of grow distant from each other. That was the plan, basically. Anyway, let's continue this. Oh my gosh, this is the episode Rain gets locked in a room again. This is the door episode. It's my job, I need to work. Yeah, you do kind of need to work. And conveniently, these two already know each other, but that's explained, so. But yeah. All the times to be stubborn now is the worst. He's literally got to show Josh around. Like that's something he needs to do today. So like, he can't be distracted by rain. Well, frick! How did that happen? I just broke my bracelet. What the hell? Why did my bracelet break? What? Oh well, I'll fix it later. It has been a while. Like a while. Um. This scene's quite explanatory to itself. I could skip it. Being stuck in a room. Let's just skip to the room. Let's skip to the room. We know what happens. Let's skip to the room. Who cares about this scene? This scene's important, but like, meh. I've done meta scenes. This scene! This scene! Try to break down the door again, honestly. Ow. I just stabbed my foot with my own finger. Oh well. Let me out now. So let me out! Also, why does Owen's office have a lockable door? That Now that I say that out loud, I realize that's a stupid question. It's an office. I mean, also, why? Oh, never mind. Who cares? Why am I asking the questions? I'm the one who made this. I get to decide. I'm asking the questions. Don't break the door down. Oh, rain. Oh, rain. Don't punch the door, it's a good door. My hero being like, please don't punch the door down. For a second time. That's what you heard. The whole time. Oh, in this room, right. Look, I preferred you with longer hair. By the way, really random thing, this comment was prompted from my best friend because I gave, as we all know, I gave him a haircut in the episode where he finds Mabel, and my best friend watched it and was like, "What the heck? Why did you give him a haircut?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. It was gonna get cut from like the beginning. I kind of like had that planned from like the first time I made the character." I was like, "I'll give you really long, messy hair, but I'll give you a haircut later." And she's like, "I preferred him with the long hair," and I'm like, "Well, deal with it." Anyway, so I thought, hey, let's make Rain say it. Anyway, really random things. Niche bits of trivia. He looks so cute with any hair. True. True. What were you maybe? As I left you here, so you need to stay here. It's his expressions. I know! He's such a, like, These two characters are two of my favorite characters I think I have ever made. And that is a statement considering I have a world of characters I've had for about 5 years. But these two characters are two. Oh, frick, I'm so sorry, cat. Anyway, so innocent yet broken. Exactly! Like, it's such an interesting. I love Axel because of his, like, not anger issues, but it is kind of anger issues. He does have anger issues. He will very quickly get violent. But the way his personality works, and that he's like, he doesn't want to show that he cares, but he actually really, really cares, that only really shows caring on, like, kind of personality around his daughter and stuff like that. Being the sarcastic man he is, he's such a fun character to work with. And then Hero, Hero breaks my heart and I love it. Like, his whole life has been hell, basically. Living hell. Not just the past 10 years of his life with Elias. The previous years before that as well were horrific. And, like, his whole life was horrific. So he genuinely is just like this. This is actually how he is. He will never stop being quite. It's not really emotionless because he's very expressive. It's just expressive with a specific expression, if you know what I mean. It's hard to describe it, but, like, he is expressive without being expressive, and he is a very emotional character. He just doesn't show it in the way that other characters show it. He feels all these emotions and expresses, and he's quite emotional kind of character. He and all of that stuff. He just doesn't show it. I'm just repeating myself. He shows it in his own unique way that makes sense for the life that he's lived. And I just love working with his character. It's just like, ah! Anyway. Complete side rant complete. Funny would be if he was a bottom instead of Owen. I am debating. I'm honestly debating who's top and who's bottom in that relationship. I genuinely do not know at this point. I genuinely don't. It's like kind of middle ground. The they could be switches because in some cases you can, like, it would make sense for Hero to be the one who's top, but in other cases, Owen being top does make sense. So, like, it's like a weird bit of both situational. And then I asked myself, does it actually matter? And then I thought, no, society's gonna wanna know. But at the same time, Kat, do you want to leave? At the same time, my brain's like, does it actually matter? Can't it just be a relationship without deciding who's top and who's bottom? So for now, it's completely interpretable. It's whatever you want to think. And in some cases, yeah, it probably is just switch and situational and all of that stuff. So, hello! It's 5 a.m. Wow, it's 5 in the morning for you? It has been a while. How are you? How are you? um, we're just watching 22, so you've missed. It's 12:20. It's 11:20 for me. I am all right. I'm doing all right. Life's gonna get busy, but I'll live. I'll survive. We'll survive together. But yeah. Anyway, so what was I ranting about this time? Oh yeah, who's top and who's bottom? It's entirely interpretational. I don't know, and I don't really care or mind. Don't ask why I'm awake. I'm not. if you are here to watch, you are here to watch. And I'm not questioned. Anyway, back to this scene. You must stay. I'm supposed to do hours chores, but you're distracting me. Yeah, you probably should be doing chores. Hmm. Well, it's your life. You will face the consequences of your actions at some point. So, I can't control you. Working despite being exhausted. There's an it'll make more sense when it comes to the later episodes. My flat won't run away. The stream will. That's true. I'm supposed to be asleep, but y'all are distracting me. I'm supposed to be something. I don't know. I'm supposed to be what? I'm supposed to be watching this, but y'all are distracting me. No. No. um but a thing that what I'm gonna say will make sense a bit later, but there is something that I found alarmingly difficult throughout making, particularly the later scenes, and I realize it does work for this scene, so I'm mentioning it now. Is that when I'm supposed to have somebody, don't forget to breathe. When I'm supposed to have somebody fight with not Axel, with Rain about something, um, and in this scene, it's not really a fight, but it's like he's just giving his reasons on why it's like you must stay, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna stay because there is somebody who is working despite being exhausted, and is clearly something wrong with him, so he needs help, kind of thing. Like he has such valid arguments, and that's the issue. I try to make him argue with people, but his arguments are so valid that I need to do that. It's like, what the frick? In whichever episode it is, I think it's the Found Him episode, the third last. He's arguing with Owen on something. In fact, let me just skip to it so I can, instead of trying to explain it, let me just go and show you what I mean. In is it this episode? Re-argues. Yeah, this episode, this scene where Owen's trying to argue that he needs to stay and he shouldn't get involved. Whereas his reasoning, I mean, literally, the longer we wait, the longer he has to wait. That's a valid argument. Always the impatient ones. I know, but his arguments are too valid for me to think of the other character's argument. Like he says that, do you know how much damage could be dealt if we take too long? Again, another valid argument. And then later, because he's there like, why the hell not can I come? And then he's like, the period has begun. And then he's there like, listen to me. And he's there like, no! His argument in this scene is like, no, listen to me. When you were alone, you got taken. So doing this alone will only repeat that. A valid argument. And then I sorry said something else after that. But he has so many valid arguments in this. And it's like, I'm trying to give Owen a decent enough reason to convince Axel to stay at that point in time. And then I'm like, this isn't working because Rain's arguments are too flippin' valid to the point of it just wouldn't make sense. Anyway, back to this episode where we should be. But yes, I keep getting stuck on the Rain has too much of a valid argument that I cannot have him lose the argument situation. Back to this though. Back to this. He needs to go home, and I keep trying to tell him. Yes, he should. He really should go home. There are so many workers that could help him, yet he went alone. That's stupid. That I'm. God damn it! I didn't think of that. Yeah, that really is stupid. Oh my life, I'm. That is so stupid. Oh my life, I. You have such a good point. What the heck, brain? I feel disappointed in myself for not realizing that. He's the boss of a whole organization, and he went alone. The heck? This is why you need other perspectives to look at your work and then be like, but what about this? So many things have been brought to my attention because one of my friends has looked at what I've done and is like, yeah, but what about this? And I'm like, oh. It's a whole ass organization with probably hundreds of workers and that wolves that could help. Exactly! Exactly! And I'm stupid! Oh my life. And he went alone! This is why I need those other people. I need other people to look at what I make and be like, yeah, but what about this? With no weapons. Yeah, oh my gosh! Owen, you were stupid! Owen, your stupidity is because of my stupidity. I apologize, but you are still stupid. Oh my life. I was trying to remember. There was something my best friend said to me about something early on and was like, yeah, but what about this? And I was like, wait a minute. And then it sparked something, and I can't remember what it was, and it's bugging me now. It like, oh yeah, it was why did Brianna actually want Oriana? And I was like, it just suddenly occurred to me. You make my days brighter. Idiotic shoulds. Oh my god. I know. Shoulds saw that coming in. Yeah, that's what it was. My best friend pointed out to me because you know how Brianna had Oriana, right? And the comments also said it's like why if Brianna and Elias were so say working together, why did she keep Oriana from him? And my best friend's like, yeah, but why did Oriana take why did what? Why did Brianna take Oriana from Rain anyway? And I'm like, that's actually a good point. I don't know. And then I figured it out. Yep, there are seven. No, not anymore. There's six people now. But um, but like that sparked a whole thing. I'm not explaining it because that will be explained soon at some point in his hope. That will be explained in his hope. Most of Brianna's motives and everything will be explained in his hope. Hence why I'm not explaining it. Because spoilers. Duh. But and then she came up to me again and said another thing, which I'm not gonna tell because in case it actually does end up sparking something, because then it's a spoiler. But she mentioned something, and I was like, that's another really good point. So now I'm debating on that. But anywho, we keep getting distracted. Let's finish this episode. I didn't like the number one with who texted first. Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's just how it is. Trying to argue against a very valid reason is such an awkward thing to do. Making arguments in gacha though is so much fun. when it actually makes sense for both sides and both people have valid arguments, that's when it's such a satisfying scene. But when one of them isn't, it's annoying. Yes, that's. I swear that's autocorrect. I put but. I tried. It's supposed to say but it didn't. It's supposed to be, but you still need to stay. Honestly, hero. It's supposed to say but. Forget it. Rain, don't break the door down! For a second time. Not Hero's method to try and stop Rain from breaking the door down B. Let's change topics and distract him! I'm not even kidding. At this moment, because he's there like, I really don't want you to break the door down, so I'm just gonna change topics entirely to distract you. Boom! Change topics to distract. Success. I was so irritated during this scene. I was just like, shut the fuck up and let him out. Fair enough, fair enough. You're so stupid and weird yet you care. That's just his way of expressing care, you numpty. I'm joking. I mean, not really. That is kind of his way. If you couldn't tell, I was running out of things to say. I wanted him to say multiple things about Owen, and then, not Owen, about Axel, and him starting with the he doesn't take his own health seriously, and then calling them names, and I'm like, and what else? I'm thinking, what else? So I was like, just shut, just, like, he doesn't act mature sometimes. It's just kind of slapped on the end because I wanted it to be three things. But it didn't work. But why? You stop asking why! That's how care works, because they are stupid and weird and they can't take care of themselves, so somebody else has to. Yeah! Yeah! See? Why do you care about him and feel the need to look after him? Why do you care about him to feel the need to look after him? Well, if I don't, then he'll want him dead. He probably would. Axel is a workaholic, that's a definite. And would probably accidentally die by doing so. He loves him! Yes, that was the point of this scene. That's not why. Don't spoil the audience. My bad, my bad. It's just something. Yes, he was. I mean, technically no, because as soon as he got to the shelter, Owen was trying to, but he was too annoyed to see that, so technically he wasn't actually the first to care for him, he was just the first person he let care for him. Now I'm thinking about it. Judging off personality. Of personality or what? We were also guiding you to be a better person. Rain knows Raven, so Raven cared for him first. Like, kind of. Kind of. I mean, they were kids, so. I cared as much as you would care for your friend when you were a kid, kind of situation. um. So I guess. But I think he meant as, like, the first, like, person as in human person, not wolf person, to care. And then thinking about that, then, yeah. Still, she was kind till now and loved him. True. That is true. And he cares for her. He cares for her because if you look back here, he's got his like resting. He's got these eyes. These eyes are the caring eyes, and the I can. These are the relaxed. I can be relaxed around you, and I care for you kind of eyes. Or if you're like surprised as well, it can also be surprised. Trying to find where it is. There. Want to know something stupid that happened a few days ago? Sure, I don't mind. Teach me something stupid you did ages ago. No, a couple of days ago. I want to know. Let me know. I'm curious. Oh, I dropped my bracelet again. I'm trying to fix this bracelet, honestly. Why did I break it? How did I break it? I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish. Oh, or get to episode 31 today. Unless I do 2 live streams in one day. Oh! With a spike rock because I was tired and didn't pay attention. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Hate school, practice, and going to games. Ooh, fair enough. They all suck. If you don't enjoy them, they suck. If you enjoy them, then be my guest. Go and have fun and be happy with what you enjoy. But if you don't enjoy it, then it really is just another activity. It doesn't hurt though. But still, ow! Anyway, let's finish this episode. Yoshihiro be a love expert. He's basically hinting at Rain that he's basically trying to get Rain to realize that Rain like has feelings for Axel. That's what's happening here. He's trying to be like, you care because you love him. That is why you care. It's basically the smile. Is that the first time he smiled? Is that like the first time he properly smiles? I'm sorry. Is this the first time? This feels wrong. This. Imagine not doing sports and not being able to move when you're older because you never did sports. I don't do sports because I don't like sports, but I'll do exercises and go on walks and stuff like that. Anything that's not competitive, basically. Non-competitive exercise, I'm happy to do. Competitive exercise, I am not happy to do, basically. But this looks wrong. I don't know. I've been staring at. I've been. Hello, how are you? I only wanted to do cheer when I was kind of forced into volleyball, but that's okay because I kind of like it. Then I go band because my friends do it. Damn! Well, that's a lot of categories you're trying to fit into. What a cutie! But I'm sure he smelled with Owen first. This is after Owen's owned him. That is true, but it's. You see, I didn't think about time, and it has been my downfall. Honestly. Right, let me rant a minute. This is a side rant. Griffenswag is not okay. Can you say hello? What? I don't know. I don't know if you're trying to trick me into something. But no. Yeah, I thought so. Usually when people ask me to say specific things and it looks weird, I'm like, no. Because specific thing. I just wanted to look at the playlist. I didn't want to watch the first episode. Go away, playlist. I just wanted to be able to point at the playlist. Show me the playlist! Like, as a playlist. I don't want to play it. I just want to look at it. At its content. Ugh. Oh well, this is the best view we get. Shut up. Stop. Stop. No! No! We're not watching the first episode. I give up. I'm just going on my homepage. Videos. Right. His Hope. Right. If you have not seen His Hope, then I apologize. And it's not massive spoilers. The first part of His Hope literally starts the same day as this episode. So where this episode leaves off, it's the same day that that starts. Now, the issue is the gap between these two episodes is a week, which is manageable. You haven't seen it yet. I won't spoil the content. I'm just saying how awkward I have to do this. Okay? I gave myself a week's gap between these. Do Fast is so cute. Okay. This is a week gap. This and this, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes. These 6 episodes happen in one day. So after a week, we got Hero going from this to this, and also the child. I gave myself a week to figure out how that all happens. And then literally, the next day consists of these 3 episodes, which both characters are very heavily in. So that's really awkward. And then there's an ambiguous time skip. I don't actually know how long the time skip is for that one, but there is a time skip. There's a time gap. And then there's, the massive time skip of 2 months, but like I can figure that out. But I gave myself a week to make Hero speak, because Hero barely spoke and only spoke to people he felt comfortable around. Sorry. I just was so annoyed. Ambiguous. Quite ambiguous. I don't actually remember how big the time skip is between this episode and this episode. It's like, because by this point, the separation's kind of happening, and Axel's spending more time at work, and Rain's spending more time with Raven. So there is a time skip. It's just not a massive time skip. I think like a week or so. But honestly, I didn't think it through. I knew I wanted to start. I knew I wanted, because from this episode, from this point, I knew I wanted to do Hero and Owen's story. I'm not even kidding. Like post-wise, ages ago, I said, I put this post. Where's it gone? Where's the post? This post. I posted this post 6 months ago about it and saying for a while I've been thinking about making the sub story focusing on these two. And by this point, I hadn't actually confirmed his name was Hero, because as I like Hoenn and Hero, and then for those who don't know, it's the White Wolf. Yeah. So I had this planned from like that point, and I knew I wanted to do this, and I knew I wanted it to run alongside the second half. So I knew I wanted it to run from like basically this point onwards. It has been. The first episode is 8 months old. I posted this in February. This was made in February, and it's now August. But yeah. So, yeah, basically, time is gonna get awkward, and I'm gonna have to try and work around some really awkward things. Crazy thing, I wouldn't have been awake if my phone didn't fall on and hit the floor. Damn. Is your phone okay? Did we actually finish this episode? I know it says we did, but did we actually? No, we didn't. We got to the smiley. We got to the smile. We got to the smile. Light sleep? Yeah, okay. At least your phone's okay. Just checking I'm not gonna lean on my cat for like the millionth time. I keep accidentally leaning on my cat when I change positions. No, are you okay? Oh. Oh dear. Um, anyway. Let's continue this episode. You care because he cares. We hear a silent squeak. What do you mean silent squeak? Oh, my screen protector is completely broken. Oh no. It could be the fan. It could be. I don't know. I do apologize for the silent squeak. I should never have. Is this where the episode ends? Maybe. Maybe? It ain't a maybe, it's a definitely, you idiot. Oh no, at least just the protector and the phone. Not the phone itself. Oh, okay. Yeah. Aww. Not Rain being like, I refuse to have feelings. I mean your cat, when you lean on your cat. Oh! Yeah. My cat's fine. I just keep, like, accidentally, because she's so quiet. I keep forgetting she's behind me, and sometimes I lean back and she just starts attacking me, and I'm like, oh gosh, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. She's left the room now anyway, so I can't accidentally lean on her anymore. But this episode! Oh my god, hi Josh. Do you want to know a crazy thing about Josh? Do you want to know what was going to be the plot line originally, but I changed it? Let me show you Josh. Do you know what was going to be the plot line, and I decided to change it? Do you want to know? Because I won't tell you if you don't want to know. I know, we hate this man. Goodbye. Go away. But do you want to know what could have actually ended up happening? I won't say unless you actually want it, because it's such a weird version of the story. Don't throw up! Why are you gonna throw up? Kayla, no! Okay. Tell us. So, originally, okay, fine, we won't look at him anymore. Is that better? Is that, oh frick. Is this better? Is this better? Guys, chill. Is that better? Okay, so Josh, right? Josh was. This is gonna get complicated. Poor puppy touching. You guys are ace, honestly. But originally, and I mean originally, so this was back when I was thinking of the plot line by the time I was making the dinner that they had together. Josh was supposed to be Pierre. Long story short, to explain it in a way that makes sense, Josh is a fake identity that Pierre was supposed to take on in order to try and get closer to Axel. So originally, the two characters were exactly the same character. And then I made Pierre's design and I thought, nah, till he wasn't. Yeah. I very originally the plotline was gonna be that Josh was a fake identity or like a persona that Pierre took on to try and get close with Axel, and then I decided to not and to make them separate people. I don't know why I decided to make them separate people, but I decided in the end to make them separate people. And then I thought, well, now I have no reason to explain why Josh was such a sketchy dude, because like him being Pierre was the whole reason why he was a sketchy dude. And now he's not Pierre, so why was he a sketchy dude? He just is. That's just his personality now. That's just how he is as a person. So yeah, that's the storyline you could have gotten but didn't get. Anyway, this scene. Hi. Also, this child, you will not recognize this child. This child's not actually a child. This is an adult. But I just sized them down. Maybe he kidnapped for Breeder. Kidnapped for no. No. I don't know. He's just a sketchy man. That's just how he is. Can you be my friend? But yeah, this OC is secretly an adult, but I just sized them down to child size. And this is a child. This OC is a child. Isn't even a child an adult, just a small and vice versa. That's true. Josh is hideous. True. Guys, chill. Oh well. Sorry guys, you're gonna end up seeing a fair decent amount of him in this episode, because he's in this episode a fair bit. That is a good question. How did you get there? By the way, this is the nursery of the get away from the innocents. By the way, this is the nursery of the shelter where all of the pups mostly are. They all have their own little rooms and stuff like that, but like this is like the main area where they all hang out and stuff. I don't know why that needs explaining, but like it didn't need explaining. It's quite self-explanatory. But hey ho. Stop wandering off. This is your first day here, sir. Don't wander off. I keep using this specific audio, and it's like, how many times do I use this audio? Oh well. Who knows? There's an annoying fat fly in your room. I hate those. I hate those, honestly. Well, no flip. Of course it's gonna be big. It's a organization that how most like there's a lot. It just of course it's big. Honestly, Josh is probably the fly. I'm trying to laugh. Here if you've been set anything to do. Probably not on the first day. Not on the first day. That would be weird to be assigned a complicated task on your first day of work. Yeah, go talk to Owen. 5:55. 11:55 for me. Doesn't have to be big. I mean, look at shelters. They're usually small. It's a normal reaction. Well, I guess, but those are for like dogs. And this shelter is like every wolf has a room, has their own room. Hope not. Then I won't touch the fly. Bro. This shelter is like a proper big building because it's got offices, it's got meeting rooms, it's got accommodation for the wolves and the pups. However, the pups actually do sleep together. There's like bunk beds and stuff like that with the pups, but for adults it's one adult per room. There's also holding cells where they put wolves temporarily or and stuff like that until they can get them a room and stuff like that. Are there only wolves or dogs too? What about cats? It's just wolves in this universe. Almost six. In this Omegaverse, it is just wolves. Um, there's humans, wolves, and werewolves. And werewolves is basically just the human wolf hybrid combination of the two. So that's those are the three species in this universe. So no, there isn't dogs and cats. It's just wolves. Well, there are dogs and cats, but they're like our dogs and cats. They're not like half human, half dog, or so on. Oh my god, I just remembered. It is an Omegaverse. It's like this whole time it's been an Omegaverse. Um, so I could get sort of. I did a stupid thing. Um, where I decided to make an Omegaverse and then accidentally made it so the main ship actually can't have kids together. So good going, me! The first Omegaverse I ever make and the main ship can't reproduce, honestly. Bro. So, yeah. No. Owen and Hero, on the other hand, maybe. Maybe they're the same rank. No. Because the thing is, among wolves, you know how. Has there any. Have you two seen Omegaverses? Have you two actually watched and seen other Omegaverses? Because I'm kind of basing my knowledge of the secondary gender on most of the other things I watch. Because I've been watching this one person do Omegaverses, and I really like their way of doing it, so I'm basically just copying them, sort of, but not really. Obviously, not there's people in this world. Um, but basically, so you know how like with the wolves, there's like alphas can get omegas pregnant and stuff like that, and so on. So yeah. I watched them. I watched them. Um, I watch Henry. I've been watching Henry for a while now, and it's my go-to after-school activity. Just see the video they upload every day. Um, but the I'm basically kind of basing it off of that for the wolves. So if it's a wolf and a wolf, the Omegaverse rules apply. If it's a wolf and a human, yes, daily bliss, daily bliss. The if it's a wolf and a human, however, it's like human reproductive rules, and obviously the same with humans and humans. Humans do not have secondary genders in this Omegaverse. Um, they're just male and female reproductive organs. There are non-binary people and all that stuff like that, but I'm talking about if you have female parts and if you have male parts. The latest ship doesn't work though. You think? You really think? Which one's the? Because the one that they just posted yesterday, or the one they just finished? Because I really liked the concept of the one they just finished. Um, but the new one, I don't know. It could work. It could work. Yeah, that. I mean, it would kind of work. I do like that. I did like that one, and I like the concept, but it does work. Yeah, it does work. I'm getting confused. um, but yeah. So Rain and Axel cannot have kids. because it needs the human reproductive rules to apply to work, and obviously Rain's a dude, Axel's a dude. It doesn't work. So they cannot have kids. However, and then loads of other confusing stuff. So I'm debating on a bit of information. I'm debating. You are the creator. It is true. I made it. Don't limit yourself on what other people's rules. Yeah, but I made these rules for myself. I did a massive amount of world building for Untameable, and I'm not even kidding. Like, if I go on my notes, universe stuff. Facts, that's facts. Other events. Megaverse concept. I did so much world building about the different things, what it means and stuff like that. The system. This is the system. And then a little bit on the shelter. That's true. He probably could, and I might end up changing the rules maybe, but I did so much world building because I want to use this Omegaverse for other things. I want Untameable to be the main thing, or at least the starting thing, but I have other ideas for different other combinations because of the rules that I've made. Could get. Because an Enigma and an Alpha can get pregnant, so it means he has the organs. I don't really know how the whole Enigma getting Alphas pregnant thing works. I just accept that it's a thing. I just accept that that's a thing that can happen. Um, but like, I don't know. You just want them to have a kid, don't you? Gotcha logic. I could. I mean, clearly Rain is fertile. I mean, Oriana exists. Clearly he's fertile. So there's no arguing that. I'm torn now. I could. If I. Oh! Yeah, that's kind of like the main reason why people use Omega verses is to make gay couples have biological children. Let's be honest. And like all of the other cute things that fall with it, but the main thing is Mpreg, to be fair. And let's be real. Let's be real. So I do have this other universe that's not an Omegaverse, but there is a species in it that I've decided a really weird rule when it comes to reproduction, where if the species, I'm not saying it yet because it could potentially give spoilers, but if the species was to get with somebody of their own species, it has to be opposite genders. But if it's with a species, if the species gets with somebody who's not of the same species, they can reproduce if it's same sex. So I could implement that in this, but then Rain being alpha might mess with it. Or do we just treat humans like betas? Do we just treat humans like betas? That doesn't make sense. Try again. Okay. Uh, give me gacha. Give me gacha. Gacha. Gacha club. Or life. I can't remember what the state of my life is on this. Did I even touch this yet? Have I touched this yet? I have not. Bro, I love the tutorial! I haven't even opened this yet. Settings is at the home page. Hold on. Quit. Open up again. I know. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Where is it hiding? Right, there we go. Back. It's clearly it's been ages since I've had to do that. Let's take. Yeah, we could treat humans like betas because my understanding of betas is they're just a wolf. The secondary gender isn't really gonna do anything at all. Omegas can get pregnant. Alphas can mark and get Omegas pregnant and stuff like that. Enigmas are just higher up alphas, as far as I'm aware. And betas are just wolves. As far as I'm aware, they just are there. That like they don't have any special properties. Um, do mine have any special properties? I can't remember. Because my Megaverse works slightly different. Yeah, they are the most common title you can find of Wolf, and they do not possess any unique features. Okay, never mind. That's what Henry did too with the latest ship. Yeah, yeah, because they assigned the human beta because they're human. Enigmas do anything they want, I guess. Yeah, how do you categorize enigmas? I know how I did because I wanted to. Obviously, I wanted to establish my own way of doing it. Enigmas in mine, they are highest title and the rarest to have. They tend to be similar to the alpha in personality and have a greater speed, strength, and scent, like sense of smell and stuff. But mine are particularly unique because they possess an ability. My enigmas have powers. Can enigmas impreg enigmas? That is a question. Can they? I mean, if they're opposite genders, presumably. Because presumably, honestly, I don't know anymore. Or do they turn lower rank? I don't know. Okay. In my time of watching Henry's AU, I have gone from feeling I had an understanding of Omega versus to being hella confused. I love the content and everything, but I just get so confused at this point of what on earth are the rules for Omega versus. I don't know. Make up your mind. I don't know. I'm looking. What does Alpha say? They're one of the highest titles, most common, more common than Omegas. They tend to be more defensive and protective of others, particularly family. They also have increased speed, strength compared to a beta. Beta's like the base level, and then Omegas are more heightened in senses and are more sensitive and stuff. I do also realize there isn't an Omega in the whole series. I think it would be cool if the don't D rank. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Basically, my brain is too confused and I don't want to try thinking about this too much. Um, I am. That's what I'm trying to do. I've made my own Omegaverse. This is what I've set for it. Each species, I gave different species. Cover the same four titles. Some are more likely to have higher titles than others. Titles cannot mix or combine to make a hybrid title. That would be weird. There is many Omegas in your series just baked out, blanked out. That's true. That is true. Probably.
I was playing a Raging Sideways game.
Yes,
and
boy.
Do you know what's very scary?
Yeah.
When the Zen mode goes, yes, run.
Oh.
You're
Okay.
live, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ha! Hello! I'm Boy.
Boy says hi.
Hello.
You all know Boy anyway.
You might. I don't know.
You might. Why did I bring up Gacha Life? I was trying to explain something. Oh, I remember now. Go away, Boy. I'm talking about complicated stuff to do with reproduction. Go away.
The fitness ground pacer deck is a multi
Boy, go away!
test, which progressively gets harder.
What was I explaining? I think I give up. I give up this fight on trying to not give them a kid. Humans work as betas do. No one explained it in this series how their reproduction works, so you could always change it again. It's till it's officially explained. That is true, and it is my Omegaverse. I decide what happens. So humans work as betas because I can. What was it I was trying to explain? Oh yeah, this one family. So there's a species. Let's use you as the example. I have the power. This person represents a species that I have. Okay? A whole species. A whole species. Not wolves. This is not Omegaverse related. So if I do this, if this species allows this thing to happen, I might as well allow it for the wolves, okay? So this species. If we had a species, we had go away whatever this advert is for. If we had a species and we had somebody else of said same species, right? I know they're the same exact character. I know it's the same exact character, but think about it. If we had somebody of exactly the same species to reproduce, one needs to be male, one needs to be female, organs wise. One needs to have male organs, one needs to have female organs to create baby. Okay? You following? It's the same character. I'm just using the character to represent the species, okay? If it's the same species, they have to be different genders. Only makes sense if it's not Omegaverse. It is not Omegaverse. This is not Omegaverse. This is a completely different universe, which includes one of my main OCs that I've had for 5 years. This rule applies to them. However, if they do not get with the same species and they have a male partner of a different species, here's where it gets complicated. If they have a male partner of the same species, the species gets pregnant. Okay? If, regardless of whatever gender they are, regardless of whatever gender this person is, if their partner is male and not of the same species, they get pregnant. Okay? However, if their partner is female, the female gets pregnant. Regardless of whatever gender this person is, the female gets pregnant. Okay, are you following? I don't know why I made this. You're lost. So if it's the same species, it has to be opposite reproductive organs. It has to be in a male and a female. But if their partner is not of the same species and a dude, they get pregnant. But if the partner is not of the same species and female, the female gets pregnant. I don't know why I made this. It's a really complicated way of doing it. In fact, you know what? I give up. Let me actually show you the OCs. Where the hell is my iPad? Here. Right. Right. Okay, so like if they're different species, is the male gets the species pregnant, and then if a female, this female gets pregnant. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to give you examples, but then I realized I don't really have examples. Wait, no, I do have examples. Right. One ship. that I have. I do have a straight ship of this species, thank frick. Let me get them real quick. Let me just get a screenshot of these guys. This is the first ship. Let me airdrop. Menace. No, wrong device. Christopher. So, this is the species. It's dragon, basically. These two are dragons. They're the same species. These two can reproduce. These two can reproduce and have kids. Because they're of the same species and opposite genders. Okay? I can't use that example. Wait, who else? Uh, who else is a ship? This might get confusing because where are you hiding, character? Anyway. So human and species can't get pregnant if human is female. So species is female and human is male and species is female. What? I've confused everybody. I knew this was gonna take a while to get people's head around it because it's such a really odd rule. Where are you, Layla? You're hiding from me. Where is she hiding? For goodness sake. I have a whole character I'm trying to find. There we go. Um Wait. I still want to make you understand. I still want to explain it in case anybody who's watching this back is still confused. These two, don't question why he's got a bandage on his face, okay? He may look wolf. He's half wolf, half dragon, okay? So it's probably not the best example. But it's the only other relatively straight couple I can find. This is the only other couple I can think of that has a female and male duo. He is part dragon, I swear, I promise, he is part dragon. In this situation, the female gets pregnant because she's not dragon. I realize I really do not have a good example for that one. I have good examples for the other one because, I have an insane amount of gay ships. And I wanted to give the gay ships children. That's the whole reason why I invented this. He is the reason. He exists because of this reason. He is one of the kids of a ship, but I'm not gonna show you the ship because spoilers, and it can get confusing. And where's them two? Where are them two? Yes, if dragon and female, the female gets pregnant. If dragon and male, the dragon gets pregnant. Regardless of the gender of dragon. Okay? Regardless of dragon's gender, it can be a lesbian ship. It can be a lesbian ship and the non-dragon female will get pregnant. It can be a gay ship and the dragon male will get a thing. It is not Omega. This is not an Omega verse. This is hurting my brain trying to explain this. Where's the other ship? Where's freaking? Oh, they're already here. Never mind. I already have them. Well, you're there, but where's your partner? Akira, where are you hiding? Oh, sorry, Akari. I apologize. No, not essentially. Right. I haven't actually updated this one OC's design, so I apologize if they look different. But, okay, here's the other instance. Okay, the three instances I can find characters for. This is just dragons. Just dragons follow this reproductive rule in this world. Okay? In this other world, which you will not see yet, and they've already been introduced to it because NAST is in that world. There are no roles. Omega, Alpha, Beta, and Enigma do not exist in this world. They are not gods. My brain hurts. It's a genetic adaptation. You know how animals adapt to their habitats? This is how they've adapted, and they've just been able to do this. Okay? I'm not sure how or why, but this is the case. Okay? Just deal with it. They are not gods, they are dragons. Dragons are not gods, they do not have secondary genders, they just are. This is just how it is. I should have seen this coming. So if it's male and female, here's where it also gets funny. Depends on the universe. This is how the universe works. Okay? If it's male and female, then they have to be opposite genders to reproduce and have a child. However, either parent can carry said child. Basically, I'm through with my thinking. Just to throw another bombshell into this. If the dragons are both dragons, if it's two dragons reproducing, it has to be two opposite genders to actually create a child. But once child is created, it doesn't actually it can depend on who's actually carrying the child. Sometimes it's female, sometimes it's the male, okay? If it's a dragon, I don't actually have a lesbian dragon ship. I need one. I need a lesbian dragon. I don't have one. But if it is a dragon, this is a dragon. I promise he's a dragon. Okay, he's just part dragon. And a non-dragon, she's gonna carry the child and get pregnant. If it's a dragon and the partner is male, the dragon's gonna carry. Anyway, enough with that. Basically, if I've got that rule, I just want Wolfie to have kids. This is what I'm getting onto. This is what I'm getting onto. Wait, so only female to male dragons can get pregnant, but both could get pregnant. But the male and male dragon can't get each other pregnant? No, they can't. A male dragon and a male dragon cannot reproduce. A female dragon and a female dragon cannot reproduce. You just delete that. But a male can get pregnant. They have the organs to do so. As I don't know, okay? I made this up when I was 12, okay? I made this up when I was 12, and I've just kind of run with it since. I'd never really thought about it. Oh, I saw it. I saw it, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so I give up. You guys win. They're gonna have a kid, okay? You just said that it depends on which one is he's carrying. I'm confused. It only depends on if the other partner isn't a dragon. I don't know how to explain this to make this make sense. I don't know. You guys win! You guys win, okay? He already has a child! Chill! But yes, okay? I will make it so. I just showed two dragons. Yes, because I give up arguing. This is hard to explain. Oh, I should have thought about this before admitting this. Just go with it. Just go frickin' with it. It's official now. Bandit's canon, okay? I mean, I was gonna throw him in anyway, but it was gonna be an adopted child that just concerningly looked like both of them. But I give up now. It's biologically theirs. This feels like school. Well, I am educating you in my universe. A universe that has existed for too long. So who carries said child? Probably Axel. If we're doing the rule of we treat humans like betas, then it would be Axel. Don't understand why. It doesn't matter. Just go with it. Just yeah. In the end, I've tried explaining, and it just if it does not click, just live with it. Okay, live with the confusion. It happens. Okay. Rain is an alpha, yes. Axel will carry the child because if we're treating humans like betas, alphas can get betas pregnant, so it would be Axel. Gosh, this is hurting my brain. Ugh. Now that I've said this, I also now need to make Lillian a thing because I can't just give Axel and Rain a child without giving Hero and Owen a child. We're at this for 2 hours. We've reached episode 23. I don't know how this will even go, but it doesn't matter. Honestly, I can understand why you're confused. My brain hurts from trying to think of too many different things in one go. So, these two following children, where are they? I made designs for them that I claimed them as theoretical, which society did not appreciate. Where are you two hiding? Where are the children hiding? There. These two are now going to exist. This child and this child. You have won! You have won. So yeah, basically, future child. Anyway. You happy now? You happy, society? Ay, ay, ay. Honestly, I need a break. My brain hurts too much. At us to let everyone know we won. Is there a name yet? Kind of. Lillian is Hero is the girl. Lillian's the daughter. World peace achieved. This is not peaceful. Lillian, I did name them. I'm debating on one of the children's names though. I did say actually in the post. Where is it? I've lost it again now. Give me a second. La, 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 la. There we go. I called him Bandit, but I'm not like 100 convinced on that name. But the girl's Lillian. I can sleep again now. Go, you rest. You've won. So the girl is Lillian. This is Lillian. Do I even still have her OC? Chaos, negotiation, and then peace. Yeah, it was a war. Let's be fair. Let me just quickly check. Do I actually still have these OCs? In fact, I made Bandit on my laptop, I think. Or is it my iPad? I'm now gonna check literally every device I own to try and find these two OCs. So let's start with this one because I can. Excuse the FNAF stuff. I use this to make FNAF content. So excuse that. They might be on here though. Oh, Lilith is here. No, different Lilith. Damn it. Wrong Lilith. Give me a sec. I'm back. You got time to create them again. True. That is true. I have all the time in the world. I can make you guys wait forever. Crystal Evan. Evan. Personally, I stick with Chris, but I wanted to be different, so I called him Evan for the sake of my AU. I don't know why. It's stupid to have done that. To be fair, Pink? Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm being too loud. I have no volume control. The other one with yellow. Do you mean the other one with yellow? Yeah, Pink. And Derek. And damn, I forgot how much I loved this guy's design. One of the best physically designed OCs I think I've ever made is Derek. Got pink, orange, purple, teal. To be fair, I think teal's my least favorite of the colors ones, because, like, I mean, orange. Look at orange. And then pink. Text dude. Lilith is Arthur's sister. Here's Arthur. We made Arthur on the stream, and then that kind of sparked Lilith and Derek to exist. Flower? Oh yeah, I made a flower. And then gave up. Um. Oh yeah, he was a dude. Arthur and Derek. Yep. They're not on here. I thought they were. Okay, so they're not on my. Are they on my my phone? Are the kids on my phone? And if so, are they still alive? I made. The thing is, though, I made Bandit on a stream, and I don't stream on my phone, so I highly doubt they're on my phone. And I swear I made Bandit on a stream because you know those streams I used to do where it was OC wheels and I'd combine OCs. I gave into chat and decided to make if they had a kid, theoretically what it would have looked like. Uh It'd be on my iPad then if it's not. Where's my iPad gone? I literally had it. It's where are the other oh it's behind my laptop. Give me a second. I'm coming back, chat. Give me a sec. I'm back. True, we should eventually call it a day. If is a will now. They planned ahead. Yeah, I streamed ages ago a OC wheel thing, and then I made Bandit. Did I sacrifice them so that we could argue about it? Yes, yes. No, I swear. Live streams. It was the last creative. Was it this stream? Hello. Oh my god, shut up myself. I only did one OC that stream. I think I sacrificed them. I can't find them. Who's Lilia? Oh, the child. Right. Did I sacrifice the children? Guys, I think I sacrificed the children. You were in that, yeah. Was it this stream? OC Abominations. Did they only make two OCs that stream? Oh yeah, because I split the stream in half. I do. I swear I made him on a stream, and it's bugging me because I can't remember which stream it was. It wasn't one of my sketching streams. Yeah, because I draw him. See? I literally draw the guy. He's in my sketchbook, just chilling. If I... He's there! Like, I literally draw him. So when do I make him? It's not that one. I've got live. When do I make him? I'm so confused. Did I already have him made? That's me drawing Josh. Um, I draw an apple because somebody said draw an apple. I or This is bugging me. I sacrificed the children, guys. He clearly existed. God damn, I sacrificed him. Oh well. Do we? What time? How long have I been streaming? Is it gonna tell me? Excellent connection. Well, thank you. Yeah, but how long have I been streaming? Damn. It ain't telling me. Oh, here it is. 2 hours and 19 minutes. I can keep going. I can keep going forever. You guys don't have to stay. Where were we? I got so sidetracked I forgot where we are. We're here, are we? Yeah, we're here. Okay. Talk so... I will tag you. I will tag you both in a future video declaring that you guys won. The kids exist. Biologically exist. I got to do chores, but I wanted chaos of the stream more. Well, I could stream later. I could do two streams in one day, do this stream, get a little further, and then finally finish off Untameable viewing later today. Because I'm pretty sure I'm free. I've got nothing school-wise I need to do, so I can do it. So, if it's not too much for you, it is not too much for me. I will happily. I need to anyway. I need to finish watching this. So, it's. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, I'll do that. I will have lunch. I'll finish watching this because it's only 7 minutes long. And then I'll have lunch and I'll come back in a couple hours. Yeah, that'll work. Right, anyway, let's finish this. Oh yeah, someone ran in. I was like, what the frick happened? Your wolf broke the door down. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, you can have breakfast, I can have lunch, we're all good to go. Did I mention this already? I feel like I did. This is exactly the same night dude, security dude as the in the beginning. I swear I've said that on a live already, but hey, I'm saying it again. This dude is a reoccurring character, and it's intentional that it's him. This is the same. Oh my gosh, wait, no, he's the same dude who chases a hero as well. I just realized. Yo! I swear this man has a grudge against wolves or something. But in the very beginning of Untameable, there was somebody who was being mean to Rain. Oh my gosh, Brain, what the hell? And it's the same guy. He's also the same guy in His Hope, which I won't say much now because I realize not everybody's seen that. So watch it while I'm gone. Yes, what is your question? Ask away, Kyra. Is it Kyra or Kyra? I try saying Kyria. That's not. I have a OC called Kyria. Kyra, ask your question. I'm intrigued. Yes, watch it. You're the one who hasn't watched it, and I don't want to like talk about it too much because spoilers, obviously. You watch it while you have breakfast. Kyra does her chores. I have lunch, and then we all reconvene back. If wolf can be owned by others, and for example, Owen and his wolf get a pup, can someone else try to own them? No! I was scared to watch it. Why are you scared? It's not a. Why are you scared? What about it is scary? I'm concerned. What did you think might happen? Also, to answer your question, no, because by the time um it's not finished, no. Be owned anyhow. It's just how the system works. It's just how society works. But a wolf's pup, a child, a wolf child is not legally allowed to be owned by anybody until the age of 12. Legally, emphasis on legally. Most of the time that's not the case. But legally, a wolf is not allowed to be owned under the age of 12. Um, so yeah, don't mean us. Stupid society, but like this society. In the instance for Ariana, let's use Ariana as an example because kind of, maybe not the best example. Let's use Lillian then. Lillian's the example. Um, and Bandit because that's what you're really asking about. In their case, they are werewolves, which is a thing. So if they reach 12, Owen's child could get owned by somebody else. No, 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 no. Wait. Maybe? Hold on. Did I? I don't think I made notes on this. Did I make notes on this? All it's going to be seen as a symbol status. Most wolves involved in the system are born through it, through breeding, and have always been a part of it. In most countries, domestic wolves are a lot more common than wild ones. Breeding is usually done by selective breeding. Yeah. When the child has been born, the child is usually taken to a nursery where they'll grow until selling age. Pet system. Imagine someone taking your child away. Hey, no, it can't because I said so. Just because they're not human. Wait. Oh no, never mind. It's 13. Break the. What was the rules I set for pups? Come on. No, no, no. The pet system in recent times has slowly become corrupt and unreliable. Hold on. The pet system in recent times has slowly become corrupt and unreliable. Some keepers might mistreat their wolves, and some putting their potential owners at risk. Breeding is incredibly risky to do without it being illegal. The legal requirements being the two wolves should have full consent and awareness to having a child, and the child should stay with the mother wolf or basically whoever births the child, for the first 3 years of their life. I just messed with this. Whoops. For the first 3 years of their life. Also, many keepers break the legal selling age. Selling age is 7 when it should be 13. That doesn't help, actually. Isn't 12 and above still a child? It is, it is. I feel bad about the rule you made. I know. I had to think about it. I had to make an age limit, but I also didn't want it to be stupidly high, but I didn't want it to be concerningly low. So in the end, it's actually 13. Um, why the armoring? So it does make it worse, to be fair. That doesn't answer the question. I've messed with this. Hold on. The the child. Okay. That's for wolves though. Werewolves are different. Both kids would be werewolves because they're hybrid wolves. Hold on. I get to decide this, and I'm trying to think of a reason to say no. That's why. Why can't wolves own themselves? Does that mean that they can't live on their own and work to provide for themselves because they're basically not a person but an animal? Okay, this is complicated. To summarize, it is not nice. It does suck. But not every country follows the pet system. Okay? The pet system is in countries that view wolves as below humans. And in some countries, they're equals. For example, Australia. Australia, they are equals. Wolves can get an education, they can work, they basically live as equals to humans. But in England, which is where this is set, they are the pet systems in place. I don't know why in the only selective places this is a thing. I feel like that in the future there would be complete equality among everywhere, and it originally, like, for a long time they've been considered like below humans, so shouldn't even be a pet system if they can think of work, like, if they can work like humans. That is true. I don't. Look, the system's corrupt. The world is corrupt. Okay, I don't know. um, for example, the like I don't know. The government says so. I'm trying to. You've. God damn it. You have a point, which is what's being annoying in my brain. Um, the pet system sucks. That's a definite, and it's quite bad and messed up. What if there is a change in the future pet system and they are legally not slaves anymore? They're not slaves though. They're not forced to do manual labor. They're treated more like pets and a symbol of status than anything else. Like only they are expensive. Wolves are. They are actually alarmingly expensive. So not many people actually own wolves. So that's why it can be shown as a symbol of status because wow, you have the money to own a wolf kind of thing. Um but even in those cases they're only used as a symbol of status and so it's like really awkward. But some countries I guess are more developed than others and consider wolves as equals and some just aren't quite there yet. I think England, which is where this is set, is kind of like in a weird position where it's wolves have more power than they used to over this. With the way you made it, if their owners say so, that goddamn yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? Goddamn. Do not see this as me promoting slavery, by the way. Please do not take this as me promoting owning people and stuff like that. I do not promote that. But like, damn it, that's a point. As I say, they have to do it, and if they're not allowed to do something, owners should be like slavery. It does as well. um, God damn it. Yeah, it is a good thing to point out. It is, yeah. This pet system has been a confusing thing to work out. And yeah, so pretty much the goal of the shelter is it can't ignore the fact that the system's a thing and it can't like remove the system. That's going against the government and it'd be shut down immediately. But the shelter basically aims to make it safer because the current state of the system, as bad as it is anyway for existing, is even worse because it's doing it illegally and they're mistreating wolves and in some cases actually putting owners at risk by giving them really violent wolves in some cases and all of that. And so basically both parties can be in a bad situation. It's just mostly wolves. But the shelter basically aims to stop that as best as they can without breaking the laws by completely removing it. They consider wolves as equal in the shelter, but they still have to follow the rules and procedures that are set by the system. Kind of. And you sell them to others so they can legally have a home. Kind of. What's my notes on the shelter? What have I put? The shelter is a type of keeper run by Owen and a team of other people. Their goal is to change the way that the pest system works by treating wolves the best as they can and to ensure that potential owners will be safe around wolves. Yeah, I don't know. It's it's complicated. It's like they are working to improve it as best as they can. You need to eat! The system is not. Yeah, that is messed up. We do move away from the system in the future though, because I'm definitely doing future worlds and stuff and following Oriana for a bit. That's a definite. she ends up going to a different country and getting an education and like all of that stuff. So we move away from the system. That's slavery. Don't let your mother control you. Bro! On the topic of slavery. But no. The pet system is wrong and it needs to be removed. But in this country in England, it's at the stage where not it's very risky line of work anyway because it's so underfunded. The government does not fund the pet system. They don't say it's well. They don't get rid of it, but they don't fund it. So the only income like the keepers have. By the way, keepers are the people who run the places that sell wolves and stuff like that. The only income they have is through people buying wolves, and not many people are buying wolves, so the system might in the end just collapse and stop in the end. So like you never know. I think that might be like one way I take it, to be fair. You kind of need to eat. I think, let's say by the time Lillian and Bandit come into existence, the pet system's gone. Because then that saves me trying to figure out on why the hell they're allowed to stay. That's true, actually. Good point. I didn't think about that. I usually skip breakfast sometimes. Unless I have like a really important test or something I need to get done early in the morning, then I give myself food. Or if I feel hungry. But other than that, I don't usually eat breakfast. Like, I've not ate breakfast today. I'll eat lunch and dinner, but I won't eat breakfast. Breakfast for me is the skippable meal of the day. Um, but yeah. Damn. At least make, bro. At least, like, bro, you don't force somebody to eat breakfast without actually making them breakfast. At least make them breakfast first. I think that's for the better to change the system, make a new president or something. I guess. But yeah, I think the way the system's gonna come to an end, because thinking about it logically, which always never happens well when it's gacha. That's true. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Just keep emphasizing that point. She's your mother. She does not have complete control and ownership over your body, so you decide when you eat. Anyway, um, I think in the end, looking at it logically, it's a very underfunded system, and it's corrupt enough that people just don't tend to buy from it. So I think let's have the system collapse because of the budget. Like nobody's buying or anything like that. So it collapsed due to money issues, and then rules come into place that then make rules equal because it gets super awkward, like government wises and stuff like that, with regards to ownership and stuff like that. So the government just give up and say, you know what, we're all equals now, and it's illegal to own wolves. So, but that happens after Untameable. So yeah, I mean, there are so many people that could happily work against this. I mean, Axel and Owen and like I was trying to list other humans and I'm trying to remember, and I'm like, swear there's more people than just them two. The mothers and all of them lot, they would happily go against the system. But yeah, like yeah, there probably is some like secret organization that's just like fighting against it. And then, oh yeah, what if there's a secret organization aiming to set wolves free of ownership, And then when the system collapses because of the money issues, they take the opportunity and start rioting like crazy. So then the government's like, we give up, they're equal. Okay? How about that? Does this work? There's like a society, secret society that's been trying to create equality in England for wolves and humans, and in the end, they end up just causing massive riots when when it collapses and everything. That could work. That could work. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be how it ends. That's gonna be how the society ends. Actually, I'm going to watch His Hope now. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this episode. I'm gonna finish this episode, and then I'm ending the live, and then I'm coming back in a couple hours. Okay? And this is a 7-minute episode, and it's taken us more than half an hour. Right. Oh my god. Maybe they're trying to arrest all of the breeders just before changing the laws. Because the breeders will just hide better when the laws will come out for the first, and it will be harder to arrest them. That's actually true. Like the secret society could be getting wolves and sending them to countries that do have wolves already equal, if they can, and rescuing pups from breeders and wolves from breeders and stuff like that, and all of that. What if the shelter's part of this society, but to an extent? Like, what if they're funding the society? Because the shelter can have money, because they're actually they're doing it in a good way. So, like, they could be funding this said society to help them and all of that stuff. And what if that's one of the incomes for the wolves? Because, they get their wolves from, like, rescuing them from bad places, right? What if they signed up to say, hey, you can also send wolves here, we've got space, and we'll happily take them and stuff? Eren is president. Yeah! Oh, Queen. Okay, yeah. Owen could be like one of the major presidents of this society. Like, we'll have to have multiple presidents. Like, what if there's there's a president of the society, and then there's leaders there's like a leader for every county, because there's like, I don't know how many counties, but goodbye family, shut up. Um, there's like, he's one of like the major players in the society, which helps and funds it, and um like helps run it and all of that stuff. That could so work. Yo, this is getting deep and detailed. My family wants me, and I can't pick up the call while I'm live, so unless you're fine with me disappearing for a few moments and then coming back. Other than that, I can't really. Hold on. I think it's lunch. I think that's what that was. So I'm going to have to end this here. We will come back. I will think about this a bit more in detail. And I will see you all in a couple hours to finish this. Okay? I will see you all soon. And yeah, we could just finish it later. And you eat now. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat now and I can live later. See you all later and have a lovely day. And I do apologize in advance if I do not end up streaming later today. So I will post on my community if I don't, okay? But I should. So goodbye. Thank you all for joining.